about 4,000 back in. It's our shimmering chandelier. It's sold out. They reordered it for us. I'm getting one of the first looks at it. You want to talk about totally cool retro styling? This is so 70s. And many of you who weren't around in the 70s, this is 70s, okay? This is a groovy kind of a chandelier, but I love it. Why? Because it can go anywhere. You can put this out on your patio, out on your covered deck. You can put this in your kids' room. Your kids can take this to college. It works on batteries. It's got a timer, so it'll automatically turn off. It is absolutely gorgeous during the day, and we're inside, obviously, but when the sun hits this, there are hundreds and hundreds of little mirrors, and then there's these blue shells that they attach to it. On top is the little battery pack, which is included. We're even giving you batteries. So at nighttime, and we'll lower our lights and we'll show you at night, this all sparkles from inside. One of the coolest decor items I've ever seen here at HSN in my 20 years. I love this, and you love it. The last time I checked the reviews, I don't even know if I wrote them down here, but it's mostly, it's like 100 and something out of 120 5-star reviews. Everybody loves us. Look at how beautiful it is outside. It adds to any garden setting. It's soft, it's pretty. It'll automatically turn off at the end of the night and turn back on. It goes on for, I think, 6 hours is the timer. It is a huge, huge customer pick. Almost all 5-star reviews. Let me introduce you as we lower the lights. Look at how pretty that is. Look at how beautiful as we lower the lights. And I'm gonna play with them a little bit when we lower the lights to show you how beautiful. We'll do mine, you ready? And Chad Allen is, look at how, come on, tell me you don't want that, Chad Allen. Wow.
Well, good morning, Guy. Welcome to my home. This is that shimmering chandelier that first time in fall, as you may have mentioned, but this blew out in the spring. This is that same chandelier that we blew out in the spring that people keep requesting, and it keeps selling out, like you said. But I'll lower my lights. It might be easier, Guy, on my camera to pick up, and I'll just turn my my computer screen down a little bit. You can see there's 2 LED globes on the inside, and these 2 LED globes fall to the center, and they bounce off all the different mirrors. And it's daytime, so it's a little hard to get the light from behind you, but at night, you can only imagine just how brilliant, just how beautiful. And as I bring my lights back up, I want you to understand the construction of it, because this is one of those items that HSN has stood behind because of its durability and its quality. So you'll see it's actually a 2-ring, like a double tier construction with that spring all the way around. And that spring is what makes it brilliant, because each of the 52 different strands here are on a different place on the spring. What does that mean for you? That means they don't get tangled in the wind. Finally, we have a sort of a dangly chandelier that we love the design of that doesn't get tangled, because each strand is at a different part of the ring that's separated by the spring. We are giving you those 3 AAA batteries, and those go right into the top. It is weather resistant, so you have that rubber on-off switch there. You only have to turn it on 1 time. And here's my pro tip. Turn it on exactly when you want it to come on, the same time every day. Because the first time you turn it on, it goes on for 6 hours, and then it goes off for 18. So for example, if you turn this on at 6 o'clock at night, it goes on from 6 p.m. to midnight. It shuts off automatically, nothing to do, and it comes on the next night at 6 p.m. until midnight, and every night thereafter. And so what those batteries are powering are the LED globes on the inside. There are two LED globes on the inside, but this thing is fully assembled. The only thing you have to do is put the batteries inside. It comes completely flat packed, so it'll all be
it's ready to go.
In this flat, but yeah, I mean it's all, you know, it's flat packed into a box, because all the strands just you just let them dangle. They don't get tangled or anything like that. But they have little mirrors and these turquoise shells. Yeah. And the turquoise shells mirrors are what's reflecting that light. So daytime or nighttime, but I want you to think indoor or outdoor. Yeah. I want you to think above your vanity, above your bathtub, on your screened-in porch. Guy, out there by the boat dock, where she's at for a dining table.
Look at how pretty that is. I know.
Yeah, I read a lot of reviews, Guy, that you were just mentioning. 2 or 3 above a dining table outside, above a picnic table. I mean, those are all the places you're going to use this.
They are, and I love the different shots that we have of this because it shows different in every light. It reflects what surrounds it. So depending on what light you have, here's mine. You can see the red and the blue and the green. That continues to go on for 6 hours. This will last, okay? And you'll get weeks and weeks and months of entertainment before you have to switch out the batteries. Maybe buy yourself some rechargeable ones. But look at how pretty it is, and I'm telling you, whether it's a special occasion or whether it's just, you know what, we want to go outside and have a glass of wine, and this dresses it up, like it elegance it up, but at the same time, you know, I was around, I don't think you were, but I was around in the early 70s, and I this is God's honest truth, Chad. I don't think I've ever told you this story. My parents, my mom and dad, would have, every year, they would have a hippie party. And they would open up their garage to everybody in the neighborhood. And I mean, like, we had like 100 people would show up. Everybody had to dress like a 70s hippie. And these were people that were in their 40s at the time, mind you. And it was, dude, it was like the whole town knew about it. It was so much fun. And these are the kind of things we would hang up. You know, they'd put like flower power, they would do all this stuff. They had lights and stuff hanging all over. And it was such a fun time. It brings me back to that time, like, you know, the early 70s when, you know, it was a different generation, but you can relive that and your kids will love this. Like, what son or daughter wouldn't like to have this in their college apartment? I know my son's girlfriend, Lily, would probably love this because it's all pretty and reflective and soft. And look, that's not Belle, is it? No, Belle's over there. This is the squirrel we have not named yet. We have a bunch of different names for this squirrel. I think the last time I heard it was Rocky, but we're continuing to think of other names, if you want to name the nail squirrel. Anyway, we got about 5 minutes. We are extremely busy again, Chad. You knew we would be. We have not had a chance to really see this very much. We premiered it again in springtime, sold out in like a week, and we just couldn't get them back. So you can grab this. You can use it throughout the fall season. This would be wonderful for holiday, right through the holiday season, Chad.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, especially because we're going to be outside. Well, we get outside in the fall more anyway because the weather cools down to a temperature we can stand it, especially here in Florida. You're thinking about those outdoor fires, those backyard barbecues. You're handing out candy to the kids during Halloween. Think about all the different activities you're going to have outside. But it is indoor or outdoor, so you can use it either or. It's your decision. It's very simple. I mean, you've seen how long I've been holding it during this presentation. It's not a heavy item. And what that means for you is that you're able to take this little ring here at the top and hook it onto any hook, any chain, where you'd hang a planter for, you know, one of those hanging planter baskets, you can hang this up. Once you turn that switch on for the first time, it stays on for 6 hours, goes off for 18. But whether you like the lights or not, it's still going to reflect during the sunlight during the daytime. Because all these little squares are they're like little mirrors. So it's going to dance, it's going to shimmer. It is about 31 inches long. You can see it here. I'm about 5'10", 5'11". It's about the size of my torso, just so you get an idea. So if you're gonna hang this up from a really tall ceiling, maybe you wanna get a chain and bring it down to a level that's more manageable so you can actually, you know, get it to look really long above a dining table. But I read some of the Facebook posts about it also. They were hanging 2 or even 3 above a picnic table when they were doing like family reunions or a get together. And we're going to get back to those eventually. But with 31 inches long, 2 LED globes on the inside, I think the last time I counted, please don't quote me on this, but there's about 52 different strings on here with the turquoise shells. And by the way, I think maybe it was Colleen Lopez who pointed out, like, these little turquoise shells on a bracelet. I mean, she was trying to price it out. Like, she goes, you know how much a little turquoise shells cost?
I know.
So that's sort of fun, but it's that spring on the top. If you guys cannot, it might be able to see it better on your camera. Those springs on the top, that's what's separating those strings.
Yeah. And to Colleen's point, You know how much work goes into these? I mean, to make these and string these and have them all done, there's a lot of work in manufacturing to put this together, and then to be able to put it together so when you open the box, all you do is lift it out and it's ready to go. You don't have to add anything to it. You could add things to it if you really wanted to. You could personalize it, add little trinkets on there because there's little loops where you could add them. But to Colleen's point, there's a lot that goes into making this, all right? And these are beautifully made. There's a reason that I think it was 105 out of 120 perfect 5-star reviews. I may be off a little, but it's very close. That's almost every single person that bought this said it was 5 stars. And those that didn't were probably 4 stars. Maybe they wanted it in a different color, I don't know. But it is gorgeous. And it's instant decor, Chad. You put this out on a patio with just a boring table and some chairs, you've changed the whole look. When you look at our footage, especially the girl outside near her pool, I mean, that's a place, look at this. that is gorgeous right there, right?
Yeah,
Elegant.
and in fact, Guy, in about 3 hours, I'm leaving with 2 friends, and we're going down to a beach house that we rented for the weekend. And guess what's coming with me? This exact chandelier, just going right to the car. I don't need an electrician. There's no wiring. I don't have to hire somebody to put up a chandelier. Chandeliers are expensive. Yeah. It's supposed to be battery operated, automatic timer with LEDs. Winner, winner, Guy.
Yeah, and a good point. If you had to run a wire or cord to this, it would defeat the whole purpose, right? Because then you'd see a cord going, and it's like being able to put this anywhere. Even if you wanted to hang it from a tree outside in your yard for a party, you could do things like that. Get it while you can, 599-977. Chad, thank you, my friend. Lots of fun. Have a great weekend if I don't see you.
Hey, thanks. I'm back on Monday at 1 a.m.
All right, buddy. Thanks.